Good morning, my crafty friends. How are you today? And once again, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds, see if anybody pops on, and see if I can get this to show up on my iPad. So just bear with me a second. Excuse me, or two, maybe even three. All right. Okay, so I don't see anybody on, but I'm just going to go ahead anyways, because sometimes people just, come in a couple minutes late, and so be it. All right, so I cannot believe we're at the end of August. Can you guys believe that? Like, where has the summer gone? And, school starting shortly, and it's like, oh my goodness. Time just marches on, and the older you get, the faster it marches on. So, all right, a couple of announcements. Just a reminder that the Stampin' Up! Has the cardstock and DSP sale, 15% off selected cardstock and designer series papers. That's until the end of the month, so you might want to check that out, okay? And just to remind, I briefly mentioned last week, so I'm going to touch on it again very quickly. As of Monday morning at 9 o'clock, my BOGO sale goes live. So you can find all the information on that on my Judy's Paper Crafts page. It's probably going to be the post underneath this one. Basically you buy, oh boy. So basically you get my retired product for free, and you have to place an order for the same amount of the free product, okay? So for example, if you find something in my retired list for $50, then you have to place an order with my online store, not anybody else's online store, but just mine, for $50. And then I will send you that retired product free, okay? You just have to pay for the shipping. Okay, also, if by chance you have a big stash and you really don't want anything out of the catalog or online, then you can also purchase the retired product for 50% off the BOGO value list. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, there is all the rules and everything are on my Facebook page, my Judy's Paper Crafts Facebook page. The BOGO sale will take place in my private Facebook page, which is Judy's Paper Crafts BOGO Sale, and all of that information on how to sign up for that, everything is on my Judy's Paper Crafts page, okay? So again, if you have any questions, let me know, and if not, then great. Okay, that's all I've got there. So today, I'm going to be playing with a couple of new products that will be available as of September 1. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll get started. Just hang on. Oh, just sitting here, I'm lost in thought here for a minute. Put some lights on so I can see what I'm doing. I don't want that shining on my camera. There we go. Okay. All right. That's as good as it's going to get, guys. So I'm always trying to move this light around so I don't get the glare, but that you can still see. Okay. All right. So we have Poetic Petals. Okay. So this is a great little bundle. We've got Thank You for Being You, Always Here for You, Feel Better Soon, Absolutely Incredible, Have a Beautiful Birthday, Just Saying Hi. And then these are the dies. Okay, so you get these little squares, and then you have these little square flowers as well. Okay, so you don't have to, you can just use that separately, and you can use the little flowers separately, or you can put them together. We're going to put them together today. And then also the tile garden. So we've got some lovely flowers here. Wishing you every good thing. My life is amazing because it includes you. And happiest birthday. Okay. And there are no dies that cut anything out here. They're just stamps. And then the tile garden dies. These are just like our big circles, of which the name escapes me what the circles are called. Anyways, they have all these beautiful little intricate patterns. Okay. So these are going to be a must-have. Okay, so let me see. I've got everything already cut out, so we can go pretty quickly today. So I have 8.5 by 5.5, score to 4 1/4. This is basic white thick. Okay, whenever I use my base cards in white, I always use the thick because I find the regular basic white is just a little bit too flimsy for my liking. So I always use the thick. And then I've got a piece of Berry Burst. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so I'll just stick that there. And you know what? I'm just going to glue it as I go along here. Okay, so just going to put that down there. It's just a very small white border. I just wanted just a wee little bit to show. Okay, so we'll glue that down. And then I've got a piece of Designer Series paper. And this one, I'll have to grab it here because I can't remember the name. This is the Velvet Meadow Designer Series paper. I actually think this is one of the ones that's got the discount until the end of the month. I don't know if you can see that it's the white on it is flocked. Okay, so it's so soft. Yeah, so it's there. That's a better picture. Yeah, you can really see it there. Yeah. Anyway, it's absolutely lovely. Okay. All right, so we're just going to glue this on. This is a very simple card. Lately, I've been into simple, fast, easy, simple. There's no right or wrong way to put this on. There's no upside down or anything. You can put it on however you want. Have non-directional. Okay. I want to make sure those corners are down well. All right, so then I have a piece of Berry Burst that is 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. And I'm just going to stick that down as well. Again, pretty easy. And when I have everything pre-cut, then, you know, you guys don't have to stay here forever and a day. Okay, I'm never good at putting things on straight or even. Okay. Oh, that just moved. That was not good. I don't know. Needs to come up a little bit. All right, that's as good as it's getting. Right or wrong, that's it. We're done. Okay. So this little piece here, this is from the Tile Garden Dies, and I use this large one here. Okay, with all the lines in it. Okay, so that's the one I use there. And cut that out in basic white. I'm just going to put that to one side for a second. All right, and then I've got another piece of the Berry Burst, which is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm just going to glue that right in there like that. You know what? Yeah. I thought I was missing a piece of paper, but I'm not. So we're just going to kind of put that right in the middle here. So it gives you just a wee little bit, and I'm talking wee, like less than a 1/16 of an inch, where you can see just a little bit of white here before it gets to the lines. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Okay. All right, so then I've cut my flower out, and I'll show you how I did that. So let me get this out of the way here. So I use this flower, with the 3. You can use whichever one you want. And I stuck this down with a piece of tape. You can use a Post-it note, whatever. Here, I'll put a Post-it note on here. Okay, I'm just going to rip this in half. So I glued that down. Well, not glued, but, you know. And then I just kind of lined this up evenly. So you've got the same amount of border on each side. And just kind of stuck that down as well. Okay, and then I'm going to run it through the cut and emboss machine. So just bear with me a minute. Okay, and then you just have to peel all the tape off. I don't usually use this. It's really sticky. Okay. And this is where it gets a little more difficult to peel, because you've got the 2 stuck together here. So you just have to kind of play with it. Pull this out a little bit. You probably could do it in 2 separate passes type of thing if you wanted. Like do the square first. There we go. And then do this again, but I think it's quicker and easier to do it all in one shot. Okay, and then you just need to pull this off. And if there's stuff left on here, that's fine. Just take your little take-a-pick tool and peel it off. I don't usually use this. This is Post-it note that is super sticky. And I can see why I don't use it very often. But that's okay. You just still peel it all off. Still all comes off. There we go. And just pull off that one leaf there. There we go. And done. All right. Now you may find there's some little hairs. Sometimes when you die cut intricate things, you get these little, still these little pieces of paper. Put that over there. And we'll get rid of this. More garbage. Excuse me. Okay. So then we're just going to glue this down on that. Okay. So I'm just going to put a few pieces of glue here and there. And ever so lightly on the frame. There we go. And we're just going to put that in the middle here. So we've got an equal amount of border on all 4 sides, or as close as you can get it. And again, I like the glue because you have a few minutes, well, a few seconds actually, to move it around. And we'll just glue that down, press it down. All right. Okay. And then we're just going to, I'm not popping anything with dimensionals or anything like that. So we're just going to glue this on. Okay, pretty easy actually, see? Let the dies and everything do all the work for you. And then we'll just line that up like that. So we've got a little bit at the top and the 2 sides. And I'm just going to hold that in place. Okay, so I have a piece of basic white. That's 1 1/8 by 3 1/8. And I'm going to stamp. Hang on, I'll show you. So I'm going to use the Have a Beautiful Birthday. Okay. And we're going to ink that up in the Berry Burst so it all blends nicely. Okay, ink that up. And we'll try and center it. Press down nicely. Hello, Jean, how are you? Thanks for joining me. There we go. And we'll fold this up. And no, I'm not going to pop this up either. We're just going to glue this on. So it's a pretty flat card. You could pop it up if you wanted, but I'm just doing everything straight. I see I've got that on crooked. Oh, well. And we're just going to line that up like that. Okay. And for the final touches, I'm using the Garden Epoxy Dots. These are on Last Chance, so these are really cute. They come in Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Crushed Curry, and Flirty Flamingo. So they're quite cute, and they also have this little flower. Can you see that in like the little dome part? So they're quite cute. They're on Last Chance, so if you want them, I suggest you get them soon. I think they're on sale, but I'm not positive. That you would have to check into. So I'm going to use the Berry Burst, and we're just going to put one of these in each of the flowers here. Just lift it up with my Take Your Pick tool. One there. And last but not least, one there. There we go. This is really bothering me. It really is crooked. But, and then I'm going to take the ones with the little flower in them. We're just going to put one there. And one down here. And there we have it. Yeah, this whole sheet is crooked. I don't think I can take this off. No, it's going to bother me. But anyways, I tried so hard to make sure it was straight, and yeah, it's quite crooked, but it's still very nice, and it's handmade. So if it's crooked, it's crooked. Okay, so that's my card. Now I did want to show you, I added the white on today. Yesterday when I made it, I did it without the white. So I'm not sure whether, I kind of like the white. It just kind of ties in this part with the outside. So if you don't want the white, you just want to save yourself a layer, you can just do it in the Berry Burst, or you can add the white if you want. So anyways, okay, so that's it. That's all I got today. I told you it'd be fast. Yeah, so I hope you liked the card. And I hope you have a great week. And don't forget about my BOGO sale. Starts Monday, September 1st at 9 o'clock. Oh, yeah. And I keep forgetting to mention, because I'm a bad girl, yeah, the new catalog goes live also Monday, September 1st. Okay? So if you don't have a catalog and you need one, let me know. There's lots of good stuff in here. There's lots of Halloween, fall, Christmas, floral. So yeah, lots of interesting things in there. So you like the white, do you, Jean? Yeah, I do too. Just kind of picks it up a little bit. Okay, that's all I got, guys. So you have a great week, and I'll see you back here next Thursday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.